Fulminant hepatic failure. So first, the definition of fulminant hepatic failure. It is the hepatic insufficiency which progresses within 2 to 3 weeks from the onset of symptoms to hepatic encephalopathy. This is seen in patients with no chronic liver disease. So the hepatic insufficiency progresses from the onset of symptoms to hepatic encephalopathy within 2 to 3 weeks from the onset, and this is seen in patients with no chronic liver disease. Causes of fulminant hepatic failure. The causes include viral causes, non-infectious causes, and idiopathic, that is the cause is unknown. First is viral hepatitis due to hepatitis B virus infection and hepatitis A virus infection, and rarely hepatitis C virus can also cause fulminant hepatic failure. Next is non-infectious causes, which include paracetamol toxicity, and the third is idiopathic, that is the unknown cause. Next is the pathogenesis of fulminant hepatic failure. The pathogenesis varies depending on the etiology. So in case of HBV induced fulminant hepatitis, it is hepatitis B virus being the cause for fulminant hepatitis, there is massive apoptosis. So the predisposing factors include increase in age, and this is more common in females compared to the males. When the destruction is massive, the regeneration occurs disorderly. So this disorder regeneration results in nodular masses of liver cells, and there will be fibrous scarring resulting in liver cirrhosis. So the disorder regeneration results in nodular masses which progresses to cirrhosis. Next is the morphology of fulminant hepatic failure. The morphology is almost similar irrespective of the causative agent, and it can be divided into submassive necrosis or massive necrosis. First, gross. Grossly, there is varying distribution, and it may involve the entire liver or only random areas of the liver. So there will be massive necrosis, as we have seen earlier. What is massive necrosis? So when there is massive necrosis, the liver may shrink to 500 to 700 grams, and the liver appears shrunken, red, and it is covered by wrinkled two large capsule. So the liver may shrink, it appears shrunken, red in color, and it is covered by wrinkled and two large capsule. Then the cut section. In the cut section, the necrotic areas appear muddy red in color, mushy, and with hemorrhagic areas. So this is the gross morphology of fulminant hepatic failure. Microscopy of fulminant hepatic failure. There is massive necrosis of hepatocytes in contiguous lobules, and there will be collapsed reticulin framework. So there is massive necrosis of hepatocytes in the continuous lobules, and there is collapsed reticulin framework, and there will be only minimal inflammatory response. So if the patient with fulminant hepatic failure survives for several days, then there may be inflammatory cells that phagocytose the necrotic cells. And if the parenchymal framework is preserved, the regeneration can completely restore liver architecture. If the patient survives for several days, then the inflammatory cells are present which phagocytose the necrotic cells, and if the parenchymal framework is preserved, then the regeneration can completely restore the liver architecture, and there will be only minimal inflammatory response seen in fulminant hepatic failure. Lastly, the prognosis. Mortality is very high, approximately 80% without liver transplant, and the mortality is about 35% with liver transplant. So this is all about fulminant hepatic failure. Thank you.